Massive episode of Hold All Tickets. It's all happening. It's Marcus's birthday. We've lost Lamby. Good luck with his wife giving birth. And Adam Brett joins us. Adam, welcome.
Thanks, mate. Back where I should be. Just Lamby on the sidelines again. But I'm actually looking forward to seeing Rosehill Star run this weekend.
Should be very hard to beat, Marcus.
It is my birthday, so no one's safe. Neither is my big boss, Adam, who's just joined us on the couch. It's going to be a fun but different segment for me this week.
Black Bookers, best bets, Hold All Tickets. Tune in now. Welcome to another massive episode of Hold All Tickets. James Lamb out, and we've got the punters boss, Adam Brett, alongside us. Welcome. Marcus, how's your weekend been?
Yeah, it's been pretty good, actually. It's gone really quick so far this week, so looking forward to getting to another week of racing.
Thanks for having me, boys. Lamby just ducks out again and does whatever he wants, and I fill in. This is good.
He's not here because his wife is due to give birth any minute, so that is the reason that he'll be... Excuses, yeah. I know. And I think that it'd be a huge relief to the racing fraternity now that his segment, Self-Trumpeters, will be just paused for a little bit.
Pushed aside, maybe double votes though, but I think Adam's going to relish in the sunshine. I think he's pretty happy that Lammy's missed out for this week.
Definitely. Mm.
And if he does have a boy, he told me he's going to call it James Lamb Jr. So that might be that might be some votes for him. But no, in all seriousness, good luck. It was a tough weekend last weekend. Every tip we put out there didn't run so well. It started with War Machine on Friday night, which I thought was a moral, and the market agreed into $1.28. Went under. Beast mode was poor. Oak Hill was poor. Touchdown was ordinary. Yep. And guess what they all have in common? They're all haze runners. So I'm not sure what's going on there.
Yeah, maybe after the fires, a few things just not prepped and ready to go.
Yeah. We'll bounce back though, and we'll bounce back in the best possible way. There's great racing at Caulfield, and we're going to start off with the Bellmaine Stakes, the Group 3 over 1,200 metres. Pretty open affair, this one. $4.60 Aviatrix for the Jolly team. Damascus Rose, $5. A little deep, $5 as well. Samangu, $7. Bossy Bonitas at $9. Adam, where did you see this race panning out, and who have you tipped?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I've actually just gone for a little deep. You look at the last couple of runs. It's been boxed in for a run, hasn't really been able to get to the last 400 and get a clear run. So I think just coming out of Barrier 5 this time, looks like it'll have a pretty good run. So hopefully Jamie can keep it clean and that last 400 metres get a kick.
Marcus, did you watch this race?
Yeah, it is a fairly open race, but I am going with the favourite, but I'm going to do a little bit of an each way play because you can still get some value with the place bet. So I think Proved is going to lead the race. Obviously, it's going to be the leader. So if the speed map suits, if it can catch Proved, finished ahead of the likes of Samangu last time out as well. 4 placings, including 2 wins at this track from 5 runs. So I'll go with Aviatrix in a pretty open race.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think the speed map's going to be spot on. Prove's going to lead Road to Arataki's the other leader more than likely, but I think Aviatrix back to mare's grade, ran well at Flemington down the straight, ran a good third to Hedged, and that came out and obviously won on Friday night in the Australia Stakes, knocking over War Machine. It's drawn well, can sit just behind the speed, and she's been a model of consistency, this horse.
Does love a place, doesn't like a win.
Yeah, I know, and that's the problem. Is it a bit of a non-winner?
Yeah, that's why I'm going each way a little bit there because you never know.
Yeah, but if you can find the winner in this race, you're going to get some nice odds. So $4.60 there for Aviatrix.
If you're looking for a bit of a try, I'd probably throw in Samangu. Yeah, can find some form again. Yeah, that's probably going to be the 3 that are going to be finishing pretty strong.
Yeah, and that stable's always firing, isn't it? The other race, a great race on the card, is in the first, Benchmark 100 over the 2,000 metres. Small field, this one, which are often hard to pick exactly how they're going to pan out. But Jenny's Meadow, coming off a really nice second at Flemington last start, is the favourite at $2.40. Tavu is $4.60. Magna Spin, $5. Bold Soul for the Paddy and Michelle Payne stable, $7. Scary Tens, as is Regal Line, and Milford, $13. So the standout favourite there, Jenny's Meadow. But I think it's a more open race than that, Adam.
No, I agree. I've actually just looked at Bold Soul and gone, $7 feels overs for me. Mm-hmm. That's one hell of a good horse. Carrying 60 is probably the only concern, but on a good track, that helps. Has been put through some slop over the last 12 months, so it'd be good to see back on a good track. So I'm taking Bold Soul, but you wouldn't ride off Jenny's Meadow. Quality horse.
Yeah.
But I think it'll just get pipped.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of tactics in this race, especially with a short field over the long distance. And I'm going to go with Tarvu. I'm actually really excited to see how it runs, purely for a little bit more value. Won at 1,800 before finishing second at 2,500. So I don't think he'll have an issue over this sort of distance, even though it hasn't really ran this trip before. And I just think Jenny's Meadow might be a tiny bit short to go with in this short field.
Yeah, I was with Magnus Spin. Like on paper, if you just look at the results, you'd think pretty ordinary preparation. But having gone back and watched all the replays, never beaten far. And the last start was only beaten 1.8 lengths St George, who's a really good horse. The favourite, Jenny Meadows, comes out of that race, who ran a little bit better, but time before that, beaten 3 lengths Regal Zeus at Sandown, who then came out and won again at Caulfield the start after that. So is 2 from 6 over the 2,000 metres. If Jenny Meadows is $2.40, you're getting double that price for a horse. So we'll need to find a length or two. We'll need to improve, but I'm going to have something on Magnus Spin at $5.
Yeah. In such a small field in a long race like this, are you looking at the quality of the jockey to possibly get over the line, be the winner and steer him through, or is it still purely, the best?
I don't think you can knock one of these jockeys and say they're not quality. Yeah. So that's why it's going to be a pretty tidy lineup. But yeah, I mean, 7 horses in this field and we've gone 3 different ones. So that's how open it is.
Yeah, and not the favourite.
No, not the favourite.
Tempos play such a role, and if they're going too slow, mid-race move can often steal it, things like that. But it'll be fascinating, and I think the market is spot on. But I just thought if Magnus Spin can improve a length or two, it's going to put it right in the finish, and you're getting $5. We'll go up to Sydney as well, and Rosehill have got some nice racing on Saturday as well. We'll have a look at the Group 3 up there, the JRA plate, and the Instructor is $4 favourite for the Waterhouse Bot team, enriched $5.50, as is Fire Star. Meridian as well on the second line of betting, so there's 3 there at the $5.50. Disneck $6 coming off a good win first up. Zerastro $7.50. Rest of the field, I'd be surprised if the other couple can win. But another small field, Adam, and it looks like there's going to be plenty of speed with the Instructor in there.
Yeah, it does. And not many times you sit there and look at J-Mac sitting on a horse that's probably 5th or 6th in the field. So it'll be interesting to see what J-Mac does there. I've gone with Disneck. I just thought the last run was impressive. The only question I've got here is travelling back up into Sydney and racing in Sydney. So from the last start. So we'll see what it does, but it's a fairly quality field. Just think this one's going to be a little bit tough for the Instructor. There's a lot of speed early, and I'm not sure it's just going to be able to cope.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Peter Snowden's runner, Fire Star, actually. Is that 53 kilos, lightest of any runner in the field, along with Meridiana. It won 3 from 4 at this track, 1 from 1 over this distance as well. I only had the 1 win in this prep, but I think it's deserved a hell of a lot more. It's got a lot of placings, and the jockey as well, Andrew Adkins, has got a very good relationship with this horse. 4 wins from 8 runs, so I think Fire Star for possibly a little bit more value.
I've been burnt by Fire Star plenty of times.
Come on, Brett.
That's why you're giving me that look when I said Fire Star.
A nice horse, but geez, it can mix its form up a little bit.
But you got to go against us.
The interesting runner, I think, is Enriched, because Michael Friedman, he knows how to train and get horses ready to rock and roll. We haven't seen this horse for 10 months, and it's a Group 2 winner, the back end of last preparation. It's trialled up, ready to rock and roll, beat Manal in a recent trial. It's certainly got the class. I would suggest that it is ready to fire first up and burst back on the scene. So the bookies are prepared to risk it a little bit, probably because of the amount of time we haven't seen this horse. But if Enrich produces its absolute best, I can see it storming over the top of them, especially if they go a bit quick up front. So
this is going to be a hell of a race, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you shouldn't say it, but you can put a line through Compelling Truth. I don't think it's got a chance. But you look at the speed out of everything else, this is going to be one hell of a race.
Yeah.
On a good track, potentially too, that's going to be flying.
Yeah, absolutely. It's some nice racing. The other good race that we're going to have a look at is race 7, the Benchmark 88, 1,200 metre affair. And Rosalind Star for the O'Shea Charlton team is your Your warm favourite here at $2.15.
Don't worry about anything else. Rosalind Star's just got this one.
We're in agreement.
Yep.
60s goes good though.
Yeah. Yep.
And
still 2 lengths. This will be the easiest watch of the day. You'll sit there and this will be 2-3 lengths.
There we go. There's some
Can
confidence.
we clip this up when it loses?
I tend to agree. Marcus,
3 for 3. Also
for 3.
going Rosalind Star, as well. Especially J-Mac on board. It's going to be hard to beat.
60s beat Autumn Boy start of last prep, but who went on to do some nice things. But I agree. J-Mac
second place last start.
Yeah,
that was unlucky.
Yeah,
and I reckon get it open. J-Mac on board. He's just going to steer it through this time, keep it out of trouble.
Yep.
Let it fly.
Yeah, I agree. He takes over from Zachy Lloyd. I don't know, the barrier, I thought first up at the Gold Coast.
He took over from that may have butchered the ride, but, he did. Yeah, so let's go with J-Mac.
We name names here on the show. Do you think he butchered the ride or he just...
left it too late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got caught. I think it was indecision. Yeah. Caught out and just left it too late.
Yeah. It was making good ground late, but... didn't help the punters.
I don't think J-Mac's going to make the same mistake.
Jump lead, control things and win.
Yep.
Put them away. Agreed. All three of us there, Rosalind Star, take the...
That's the easiest one. That's the easiest one we've done. This is good.
Take the money because I reckon it'll probably jump maybe even in the red. If the big boys step into it, it could easily jump at $1.80, $1.90. So $2.15 looks a reasonably good price.
I did have one for you as a place though. The one with a bit of value as a place is Glint of Silver. Last couple of runs, it's got some good speed, so watch it storm home.
Okay.
I think it'll come up for a second or third, and if it holds $3.80 for the place, I'd take that every day of the week.
Yeah, it's possibly one you could even chuck into a multi for this one with Rosalind Star, even when you get that little bit more value, and then with such open racing in the other races that we talked about, even a place bet for one of our tips might even boost the odds a bit more.
Yep.
They're the 4 races that we've had a look at across Melbourne and Sydney. Now it's time for the Black Bookers. And with Lamby being away, who drives this segment a lot, we're not going to add or subtract any this week. I'm still waiting for the Pat Kearney runner, Pittman, who I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, to add to the Black Book when it went to Yarra Valley, completely bombed the start. I'm talking like 5 or 6 lengths last and still rattled home and came a really good third. So... eagerly awaiting it to run, and it's going to be one that we just put in, get the money, and take straight out because I'm not sure Pittman's got a stack of ability. But
this was your chance this week, Brownie, to make yourself the own brown booker. Thought you were going to bring in. I thought you were going to bring in a bunch from.
I know.
Regional wide.
I've worked Tuesday, and there was just the one meet. It hasn't been a stack of racing, but there is one that. Caught my eye at Kembla yesterday, which we'll touch on really shortly. But you can sign up for your own Black Booker for free with the Punters Lite account. Head to punters.com.au to sign up today, and whether it's a Black Booker or the Brown Booker, we'll be finding plenty of winners like we did last year. All right, Marcus, that was a nice little segue.
It was.
Quiz this week, or which way are you heading?
We're actually going something a little bit different this time around. One of the people on our Punters editorial team, Shio, he does a Things You've Missed over the past week of racing and weekend of racing, and we're going to do something similar here and relate it back. So I don't know if you've seen this, but there was a hole in the Cheltenham racecourse not too long ago. It delayed the last race. The worker here, you can see it on the screen. It was like a sinkhole. He could fit his whole arm in, and I was just wondering, did you fall in as well, Adam? Because we haven't seen you for about 5 weeks. Actually, no, never mind. I think if you fell in, I don't think they would have found you. But,
I don't think I would have fit in.
But the next thing that we've missed is Reborn Hostility in the dogs. It won the race despite missing the start by 8 lengths. Let's have a look here.
Lure rolls this set. They're ready. And the racing.
You're looking at the 1 in the 8.
Oh, wow. At the back in the white.
Yeah, at the back in the white. It even come out.
Not even in frame.
It even come out with a shoulder injury after the race.
Did it really? It's 20 lengths behind.
And it ends up storming back in winning the race. You don't very often see that in the dogs.
Still second last.
Yep.
Wow.
So turning into the straight, it's still 5 back.
Yeah.
Geez, you'd be riding it home from here.
And then
up the
Jesus storms.
That's ridiculous.
That is some win.
That's some good commentary. But it did remind me of something, actually. It reminded me of you, Brown Dog, when you were beelining it towards Matthew Lloyd after he knocked out Brad Sewell. Have a look at this. You jumped over him. You jumped over him and had a little dip.
There is some talk that when I hurdled him, I actually was the one that kicked him in the face and broke his eye socket. Not at all. But
I think you did a little bit more damage than Matthew Lloyd did, maybe.
He always ran fast for a good fight.
Talking about snipers.
Speaking of running fast.
Yeah, you've also captured one that that you chucked into the group app on the group chat on WhatsApp.
Completely blew my mind yesterday. Just at home watching the races at Kembla Grange, and Sarovic was the runner, and it's a Russian Camelot. He's had a lot of winners recently. He's second last.
Incredible run in was that yellow and black.
Looks like he's jumping up and down on the spot at this point.
And you'd still be thinking right now, absolutely no chance. He's got to pick up 5 or 6 lengths.
Yeah, with 100
Sarovic,
to go.
Look at it. That is
that's a good run.
Chautauqua-esque.
Yeah.
Obviously different type of race, but only seriously good horses can do that. If you even take that back a bit further, it was last on the turn. You would have been ripping up your tickets. So,
hopefully.
But we know the pattern from here. We talked about this before. It's going to come out next race and have a stinker, and the third race it'll come out and blow them away.
So that's one to follow. But a couple of unbelievable wins.
Unbelievable wins. So hopefully we see a few more runs like that this weekend, particularly with some open fields, especially down at Caulfield at races we discussed. But lastly, on the things you missed, Djokovic won on the weekend. Not Novak, but Djokovic at Cranbourne in race 8. Djokovic obviously had that lucky walkover, but it's won its first race since mid-2024. So who knows, that might be a bit of an omen to maybe Novak might get over the line at the AO.
He got another walk last night too. He down 2 sets to Love and injury.
Yep.
Luck's going his way.
You never know. So that was something a bit different for my segment this week.
I like it.
A little bit of a things you missed.
So no quiz because Browny didn't want to lose against me.
Pretty much.
That's fair.
Look, we'll give Browny. We'll save him the embarrassment from losing against the fill-in on the quiz.
Keep that segment, not the quiz. I like it. Good stuff. Let's jump straight into best bets. As I mentioned off the top, it was a tough day for the punters on Saturday, but looking forward to bouncing back. Adam, we'll start with you.
So as I said, I think a little deep is certainly going to be thereabouts, but the best bet is Rosalind Star. So for me, back that one in pretty heavily.
Yep.
But I will be tracking with a little deep as my second best of the day.
Okay.
Got a couple of omen bets for you this week, both from the same track. It's going to be down at Eagle Farm, race 1, number 1, and we're talking about Browno, your beef with Matthew Lloyd back in the day, and it's called Sniper Boom.
Oh, there we go.
Race 1, number 1, Sniper Boom, and then in race 10 at Eagle Farm, number 7, Press Link, and this is a little shout out to our producer Brody, who went to download that exact video off YouTube to put in this show. And he got taken to a certain adult website on his work laptop. So who knows, we may not even have a video producer anymore.
Oh, that was his excuse anyway.
Yeah, that's what I said. Sure, Brody.
He visited every day for the last 3 days.
Previous history.
It happened again today, apparently.
No, nice. My best of the day is Saturday at Rosehill, race 5, number 10. It's Sovereign Hill. This is the Waterhouse bot runner that came out first up last start in that small field. There was only 5 of them, benchmark 72, but Jump went to the front, absolutely bolted in 3.5 lengths. Slightly harder this start, benchmark 78, but there's no reason I don't think that the horse can do it again. Short enough in the market, $2.40, but I'm expecting improvement second up from the Waterhouse team.
Is it running in another small field again? Or
No, it's a bigger field here, and there is a bit more speed in the race too, but I'm just hoping it can jump. Timmy Clark can just control things up front and going to be awfully hard to run down. I know that the Waterhouse Bot team love this time of the year around the Magic Millions, and they like to bank a few winners, get the confidence up before heading into a big autumn. So race 5, number 10, Sovereign Hill. Good luck, Lamby, and your wife. All the best with the pregnancy, and look forward to hearing the good news shortly. Thanks for joining us, Adam.
Hopefully I'll be here for a couple more weeks.
Hopefully I'm here for a couple more weeks because you're my boss. Yeah. Marcus, good job. The other thing is I was sitting at the tennis the other night next to this guy, youngish guy, glasses, I didn't think too much of him. He's clapping Alex De Minaur. And I got to about the third set and someone told me it was a singer called Kid Leroy. Have you heard of that guy?
You probably thought he was like a little Byron Bay influencer, the way he was going about it. But
is he big dog?
He's pretty big behind the camera as well. Olivia went to his concert last night.
Okay,
actually.
there you go.
So he did some performances at the Australian Open. So
nice. He's a nice guy, quiet guy.
One Matter as well. You didn't know much about either.
Yeah, I didn't know much about him.
Very
big, but he was a big Hawk supporter. So you knew about the brown dog. I can only say that because Lamby's not here.
That is a self-trumpeter and a half.
I thought we were dropping self-trumpeters for the week. But
I'll tell you what, hopefully we'll get little Lamb Dog in here and then announce that.
Good luck, punters.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.